Greetings everyone, and welcome to another video. Today I am up here in Reading once again, and I'm at an area that I was at twice before and brought to you, and those videos are going to be popping up there in the corner of the screen. But I am back up here to check out the Union Canal Towpath. This is the section that I filmed before from Reading up to Blue Marsh Lake. It follows portions of the Union Canal and goes through the Berks Leisure area, Gristmill Park, and the Berks Heritage Center, all the way up to Blue Marsh Lake. It's about 5 or 6 miles from where I'm at here at the Berks Leisure Center up to Blue Marsh Lake. So I am riding the scooter up there and gonna check some things out. I probably won't do that much talking about, you know, what's along there, because that's been covered in my previous videos. But I am not alone. Yeah, that guy's back there. So RJ is with me. I wanted to bring him up here and show him this area and everything. So this is more or less for his benefit. And like I said, you'll see, you know, the ride that I'm doing and everything, but I'm not going to get into the in-depth part of it. So if you want to see that, either go watch my other videos that I did here, or go to his channel and check out his video, because I'll probably be on there explaining things. So
yeah, because I don't do my research and I babble on.
Babble?
Babble.
Is that the word of the day?
That's how he spelled it.
Babble?
Trolls, you know how they are.
Babble. It's babble.
That's not how he spelled it, though.
Like Maryland.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, he's an
we're gonna get the bikes. Get the bikes mounted here. Get the, yeah. See what you did to me now. Anyway, we are going to get the cameras mounted on the scooters here and get this little ride started. All right, so we are off, and again, this is the Berks Leisure area. This is a county-owned park. All the parks that we're going to be stopping at here are owned by the county, with the exception of when we get to Blue Marsh, if we make it that far today, to the Stillman Basin. That is state parks up there. So this is going to be a little bumpy here until we get through the parking area and actually down on the trail. All right, so the area that we're coming up on here is going to be for the where the guard lock is, and then on the other side of the bridge here is where the actual lock was, on the other side of the creek. So this was covered in my previous video. Somewhere in this area here is where the guard lock was, because the canal was like right down right down in this area here. And then pretty much when they built the leisure park, they destroyed the canal, and the rest of the canal was destroyed when they built the West Shore bypass. So somewhere in this general area here was where there was a guard lock, and the guard lock is what kept water going in and out of the canal, that they could let water in or let water out of the canal. So that was somewhere in this area. And there was So in this area here that we're going to be going down into was where one of the locks was located. I forget the exact lock number. RJ's got the map. I'll have to look at the map or put it at the bottom of the screen, and it'll tell you what lock number we're going to be actually driving through here. So the canal is right here in front of us. Alright, so this is one of the things that I missed when I was here. Actually, both times I was looking for it and I kept missing it. But RJ said, oh, that looks like a whistle marker. Well, it's not. It's actually for this thing that's down here. I don't know if I can get down here in the weeds. That is for that thing right there. That is called a waste weir. And what that was for was to let sludge or filled silt, whatever that was in the canal. This was a way of cleaning out the canal and everything. And I saw one of them down in when we were at the Towpath Park down there. There was one there when I was there the first time, and then when they put the new trail in down there, they destroyed it. But that's what one of those things looks like, and it just goes over into the canal, and this is how they let sediment and waste and everything, hence the name waste weir. Can RJ drive and hold a selfie stick at the same time? This is why I'm hanging out in the back here and not in the lead. I want to see if he can actually do it. And if he loses it, we're going to have some awesome B-roll. Alright, so we're coming up on Gristmill, and we're going to be stopping up on top of the bridge, and I've already explained this before, but I got to explain it for RJ, the history of the mill here. Alright, so where we are at right now is lock number 49. So this would have been the beginning of the lock right here, and then I'll walk up through there and we'll be able to hopefully find where the end of it is, just up through there. But there is an urban legend, or a tragic event I should say, that took place here. So on August 17th in 1875, this location bore witness to a tragic event around 5 p.m. Louisa Bissinger took her own life as well as the lives of her 3 children by jumping into this lock here that's in front of us. All 4 of them drowned. Following the tragedy, the bodies were taken to the Grings home down at Gristmill to await the coroner's evaluation. This said episode made local headlines and has been often told in many of the historical works in Berks County. So yes, somebody took the life of her and her children in this lock somewhere in this area. Okay, so down there you can see where our scooters are at. That is the end of the lock down there. And then where I'm at up here is the end of the lock right here. So this was one of the 93 stone lift locks of the Union Canal, and the size of the locks was 8.5 feet wide by 75 feet. And then they made them bigger to 17 feet wide by 90 feet long later on, so they could get more boats and bigger barges in. But yeah, down there where he's walking up from, and then right to here is where the end of the lock would have been. So we are at stop number 7, and this here was the site somewhere here of J.B. Winter's Gristmill. So it was on this bend where the mill was originally owned by a man named Lash. So the mill's water power came from a dam upstream from the Red Bridge, and that's going to be the red covered bridge. It's going to be up in the back here that we're going to be coming up to as we're coming up to the Berks Heritage Center. But somewhere in this area was where another mill was located. And then right over here we still have part of the canal yet, but we're going to be losing that as we get up around the bend here. We're going to be losing it completely until we get on the other side of the red covered bridge. So that cemetery over there, this is another stop. This is part of stop number 7. But I covered this in my previous video. That is the Depan cemetery, which was an early Catholic burial ground that included the graves of approximately 20 to 30 unknown Irish immigrants who died of canal fever while building portions of the canal near Burnville. That is not the original cemetery. They relocated those bodies here and made this a cemetery here when they built Blue Marsh Lake. So the original grave site is now underwater at the lake, and they moved all the bodies down to this location. So when I was here a year and a half ago with Matt and Nick, I didn't see this the first time I was here, but when I brought them here, we were down on the trail there, and Nick had pointed out, oh, there's a barge up there, and I looked and it's like, yep, they do have one. So this is one of the barges that was used for the a houseboat. I thought it was a barge converted into a house, but it's a houseboat. And you can pause the video and read that information there on it. And there you can see pictures of the interior, what the inside looks like. I don't know when they have this open, what time of the year they actually have it open, that maybe you can walk inside. But there you can see what the inside looks like. That is pretty neat. And again, depending on the time of week you come here, they do have restroom facilities there and snack bar there, and to get drinks, but it's not open today, so I'm sure it's open on the weekends. And then you can see straight off there is Wirtz's red covered bridge. And then right down here in the front again is where the canal starts up again, and we'll be following that all the way up through to some other places that were shown in my previous videos. So this should look familiar to you. We made a stop here so RJ can film this, but I'm not going to spend too much time on this, because nothing's really changed since I've been here last, except for one thing. But yes, we are at the lock that was restored in 1976, and this was lock 47. The only thing that is different that I'm seeing, they now have a banner up here, and I guess they are going to restore this lock once again. So they're, you know, asking, looking for donations, monetary support for the restoration of this lock again. While I'm here, I'll see if there's any turtles in it at this time of year. I don't see any. When I was here, both times I was here in the past, I was here in the springtime, and there were turtles sunning themselves on the tree limbs that are down in there, but no turtles today, at least none that I can see. So real quick, right down there is where the canal ends, because they man destroyed it. But the only thing that remains here is some of the square sandstone that's there, and some of the, you can see it over on this side too. So there was actually, and I think I covered this before in my previous video, so there would have been an aqueduct going across here for the canal, and the canal would have continued on up around that path and continued on up towards Blue Marsh Lake. So this is going to be the turnaround point for us. This is Reavers Bridge Road. We are going to turn around and head back because we are a ways off from where we started this video. So maybe at some point we'll come back up and see about the terrain going up the other side there, because there is another lock up there. But with everything still green yet and changing colors, we're not going to be able to see it that well. So that might be later on in the future, either over the winter or maybe next spring or something. So we are going to turn around and make our way back. So enjoy the ride back. So that is going to wrap it up for this ride today up here along the Union Canal Towpath. So my thanks to RJ for tagging along on this little adventure today. It's always fun when you got another person riding along with you and everything. But great day, nice day to be out here, beautiful fall day, saw some nice colors and everything. So all in all, it was a good day. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it the thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button down there and subscribe to the channel, and you can also ring the bell down there in the corner and be notified when I upload new content to YouTube. And again, thank you to all the subscribers, not just on here on YouTube, but on the other social media platforms that I'm on as well, and that's Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So until next time, it's have a ball and do it all. We'll see you soon.